Welcome back to Underground After Hours, episode 41. Today we're talking about Israel, Palestine, beef in the streets, college campus edition.
Cat Williams shits the bed.
And Scott teaches us how to always be closing.
I can lunge all over the place.
Yes.
I swear.
Welcome back to Underground After Hours. This is episode 41.
Wow.
Hi.
41.
Are we going to do a special 50th episode?
Oh, we have to, I think.
We'll have 0 viewers by then.
No, it goes. Oh, yeah. 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 John checked out. I blame him. I'm blaming John.
You blame me for everything.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Yeah, it makes it feel better.
It depends. It really depends on the topic that gets outside viewership.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do with the thumbnail,
Well, I mean,
which is disheartening. I'm glad we have Donnie back for the thumbnail.
Donnie's making the thumbnail?
Donnie's going to help.
He
with
made the
thumbnails.
last one.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, Donnie.
And we were higher than usual in views, right?
Yeah.
Than the last. Yeah.
It's
I mean, you
about-
had a lot on your plate. I'm not blaming you for,
Well,
he's
I didn't go to school to make thumbnails.
he's not a thumbnailer.
I'm not a
Donnie's a
thumbnail guy.
thumbnailer.
I make things that I think are funny.
Yeah.
Like I do things that that's you were
Yeah.
with the real ideas that I
Yeah.
have. It's like I just do stuff that I think is funny.
Yeah.
The hoping people like it is like an afterthought.
I bet you Donnie feels some sense of like when I left, they kind of fell off.
Yeah.
He definitely does.
He 100% does. And I don't blame him.
And I kind of
that's fine.
I
I know.
kind of went crawling back to him.
It was like you waited like 2-3 weeks, maybe a little longer, and then you just sent a little feeler text out like, hey, bud.
Every week or every couple of days, I'd be like, you talk to Donnie.
Yeah.
I had
his
like
exes.
I did like a backhanded because I saw like what he was doing.
With his like rugby thing? Or he was doing something else too,
He was
right?
doing like little things.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, how's it going? Doing like fucking Warhammer, videos and stuff. And
Yeah, is that really what you want to do? You didn't want to be a supplement guy.
you didn't want to work with something you weren't passionate about Warhammer.
Yeah. I don't even know what Warhammer is.
I know what it's like. One of those things that I wish I could like, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
It's like just
Kind of like how I am with like Better Call Saul.
I'll hope the movie is good. Yeah.
Seriously.
With what?
That's how I am with like Better Call Saul. I wish
You want to like?
I want to like it, but I
yeah.
just couldn't get into it.
I've said it before. There's a band called Ghost that I really, really I like that. I like it, but now
Yeah. I feel like John's like that with like Kendrick Lamar.
A lot of rappers.
Like
yeah.
you
A
like
lot
want to
of-
like them,
Yeah.
but you just
I
can't.
feel that way about Drake.
you want to
feel
like.
left out. I don't
know.
want to be the only guy that isn't
I
enjoying
know,
what
there's-
I
Drake's
feel
on.
pretty good about it.
You do. I know you
I feel
do.
pretty good about it.
All right. So what's on agenda?
I don't know. I saw the Cat Williams special last night.
It was like a live.
I watched it live.
Wow.
Yeah, and now
Yeah.
anybody can go on now and watch it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Save yourself.
So give us
no.
overall score.
Like don't even waste your time.
For stand-up comedy available on Netflix, it was like a C-.
Okay.
Some of it
sucks.
Some of it was kind of funny.
Did he make fun? Did he touch on any things that he touched on in the interview with Shannon Sharp?
It's weird that
Or like the Diddy stuff?
I thought
or-
he would have like leaned into that, you
Right.
know, but he like just touched on it. He really didn't say anything that's like too outrageous. He was super racial. Like most of it was like a racial white people are stupid kind of thing. White people
Wow.
should give black people
reparations.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And he was like dead serious.
He was serious. He used it as like a punchline towards the end, but basically we're trading reparations for an Edward pass. You know?
Right. So we're gonna be allowed to use the N word
And
if we pay our
I thought
dues.
to myself, joke's on you. I know some guys just using it.
Yeah, right. We don't.
For
but-
free. So
Did you ever see the Kanye meme? When he wrote on like a napkin, he wrote Donald Trump. You can use it 5 times. I think I have it saved somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know. It was kind of funny at first, but he was doing like weird stuff. He had screens up there, and he was like showing memes from like or video clips from like 6 or 7 months ago. What was the one? there was like a Karen, like stuff that you've seen on the internet, like on Twitter and stuff.
Was it like a?
But it was like all like he was commenting on like stuff that was like old.
Yeah.
You know, oh, like you know, see the kid, the blind football player.
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I? Whatever with the metal song.
Yep.
He put that up there. That's like 4
That's
or
old.
5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Was it like a ridiculousness, like that Rob Dyrdek show?
Yeah, it was kind of like he was like showing like America's Funniest Home Videos and then like commenting on it. Like it was
Like
like
funny commentary or
Yeah.
trying to be funny
he took a
commentary.
jab at like Hunter Biden, which was funny, like with the coke in the White House. Like who can't figure out who it was? Whose was it? You know.
I feel like I saw that bit already,
Yeah, it was.
or I saw somebody else do it then.
And it was an hour long, like on the dot, hour long, sweating his ass off.
He's always sweaty as fuck.
I never got into Cat Williams.
I get it's a shame, I guess, that because I've said it before. His first, I think it's his first popular one, The Pimp Chronicles, is probably my favorite comedy special ever.
I don't know
I
if
don't
I
think
ever saw
he's
it.
the funniest. You never saw? Oh my
I don't think I've
god!
ever seen it.
When he does that whole bit about Michael Jackson
It's a good one.
at the end, he does the whole I don't even remember some of the other stuff,
It's
but it
old.
was.
It's good.
It
Though.
was. We got to sit you down and watch that because I feel like you would laugh.
He's a good one.
And then I think what happened was it was like just like a chasing the dragon effect that every special after that you wanted it to at least give you one good laugh.
Yeah.
Why are you staring at my shirt? Do I have something on me?
No,
I
I
thought
was
you
staring. I was looking at you while you were talking. You complain that I don't look at you when you talk.
That hasn't been an issue, but yeah, I mean, I love that first special. I would say that first special is top 5
Yeah?
of all time. Yeah, and I'm putting that up against like Dice Clay, Eddie Murphy. The first one.
Andrew Dice Clay's a little overrated.
You don't really?
Yeah, it's a little.
I never sat down and watched an entire
Hickory
set of
Dickory
his.
Dock. How many
you know.
nursery rhymes jokes?
Yeah.
He's all right.
But you got also have to think for the time. We're talking about
yeah,
like
stand up was different.
you know,
then.
stand up has evolved just like anything, any other art form.
I
know
remember
you
my
were
parents
very.
were like, "You can't listen. To Andrew
Can't
Dice
listen to
Clay.
Dice.
Yeah, turn that
Oh
off."
Jesus!
Yeah.
My parents wouldn't even let me watch The Simpsons. That's why I turned out the way I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say Skip.
I'll give it a gander and see what I think because I like him and I like the.
I wonder what you'll think. I would say it was pretty. I mean, you're up against Shane Gillis now.
Yeah.
The
It's
Netflix show, May 23rd. Have you seen any of the trailers for that?
For-
The Shane Gillis show, the show that he's in.
No, I've seen his show that on YouTube.
No,
had
he
a
has
show
like
for
a
a little while.
he has a
sketch
show.
comedy.
I don't think it's a sketch. I don't know. It kind of gave me like
Like a sitcom.
what's that show with the guy Kenny Powers? It gave me like that kind of vibes a
Eastbound
little
and
bit,
Down?
like just like complete. I could be wrong. It could be a sketch thing, but I saw like a couple trailers on his Instagram, and it's fucking hysterical.
Well, I liked his.
He's
his
funny.
sketch comedy that
He's-
he does.
he's
you can
funny as
find it
shit.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
The OnlyFans dad is the funniest sketch I've ever seen in my life. You ever see that? He's sitting on like
No,
a
you were
Sybian
telling me about it
vibrator.
though. Yeah,
The family comes upstairs and he's just like, people. You can hear people like donating. And he's like in a shirt and tie, trying to provide for his family.
all right. So skip Cat Williams. I
Skip
feel like
it.
we could have called that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it was not just a total cash in on that.
I would. That's what I
interview.
thought. I thought he was gonna.
That would have been the smart thing to do. I feel like.
Maybe he was talked to.
It could have been.
Maybe he said Ixnay on the Illuminati.
Maybe Harvey Weinstein called him.
Maybe
So we're not going to do that.
we're not doing that.
Maybe he took the $50 million
Maybe he
for
took
the
it. Maybe
Netflix
he's
deal.
in the club now.
For the Netflix deal.
Yeah.
He's in the club now. So white people are stupid again. White people are stupid, and
The devil.
we should give each Black American $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
That was his number, not mine.
Sick.
So that's cool. I mean, he had a good point. Like we gave it to the Ukraine, so at least you'd be keeping it in house.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think. I mean, Netflix once in a while has a gem, but their Netflix is like notoriously unwatchable. Anything on Netflix nowadays.
It's become pretty bad. I tried watching another show recently that was pretty bad on there.
What show? Because I started watching something.
Not the show you're watching.
A Man Full with Jeff Daniels from Dumb and Dumber.
No, I didn't watch that.
I like him when he's in serious roles.
He's retarded. He was just in an interview saying something about how he's going to vote for Joe Biden because
He's in Hollywood.
he said he's old, which means he's wise.
Isn't he the same age as Trump?
I think he might be older than Trump.
Isn't
There was a,
They're pretty close.
Did
in
you
age.
see him walking the other day when he just paused and they were like, Joe Biden's pooping his pants?
Yeah, they said
Everybody who's a dad
every mother with
knows-
a toddler knows this stance.
Everybody knows this position. I don't know what he's doing in that picture, but he's doing something.
All I know is when he gets in front of a camera, they must load him up with so much stimulant and Adderall because he's like pretty, like when he did the State of the Union, he was like on point. He was making
Except for the
jokes.
last 15 minutes.
Yeah, he got
Well,
tired.
Whatever
probably
happened
it
wore
wore
off.
off. You know,
He got tired.
yeah, it wore off, man. You know how when you do Adderall, that shit wears off.
I don't know.
But when he is just walking, they have like this. When he gets out the chopper now, they have like a group of people now. That it used to be like one or two people walking next to him. Now it's like a swarm of like 6 to like kind of block him because
From falling over.
Because he just walks so gingerly, like he's just an old deteriorating man.
I don't see how it's all going to play out. You know the Ryan Garcia predictor? I think maybe it
Yeah,
was
he
an
did.
earthquake or something.
he's that guy's Looney Tunes.
Yeah, he's lost his shit.
But all right, what else you got? Cat Williams negative.
Yeah, it was so bad. I was hoping it would have been better if he just leaned into the weird stuff. But what else? This is like a week in review. I've been watching the college campus protests,
Yeah,
and I've been vaguely enjoying that, with the exception of what I consider to be my side and their role in it has been obnoxious. Like if you're a frat boy, it's the summertime. You should be on a boat drinking with your buddies.
yeah, not
You should
antagonizing
not be antagonizing
the
groups of pro-Palestinian people just
yeah the
and
one
revealing your face.
the one guy got super doxxed.
Just get doxxed for nothing. Like for what?
He was making monkey noises.
And calling them Lizzo.
Yeah, that was not good.
I mean, so now you're
did
doxxed.
you see the guy wearing the American flag suspenders?
Yeah, so the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's hard for me to believe that those are just like that was somebody said that was a genuine good idea, and those guys are not like paid actors
yeah.
to go make everyone look stupid.
Which is kind of what I am thinking. Like this is all funded,
At both sides.
both sides.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Both
Yeah.
sides. I'm not just saying like the pro-Palestinian side or the both sides. This is all funded. This is all a big show. You know, there's people out there pretending to be college students that look, that
60
look,
years
that
old.
look like they went to college 30 years ago.
So yeah, and we're protesting the Vietnam War.
Right, exactly.
But what I don't understand is
There's an organization to these protests that are, and like, look, this goes all the way back to like Occupy Wall Street. It's like there's back before that, like civil rights, Vietnam, like these are organized in a very specific way, and they just let him be. Like there's no like that's the point of protesting. This is what colleges do. This is like
Yeah, it's par for the course.
it's just what they're protesting.
Yeah.
Is the issue.
So weird.
Well, the FISA thing is
because it has. But I mean, again, it's weird because it has no bearing. And I get, I would, somebody would jump down my throat for, a lack of morality in that, but it has no bearing on their lives.
Well, that's what I'm telling the frat kids. So if one of them would call me up, I'd be like, guys,
But it
go
kind
to
of.
Teak, go get some beer bongs or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it is.
Try to have sex with girls.
Go try to get laid.
Yeah.
Let them do what they've been doing for 2,000 years, killing each other.
Uh-huh.
There's no reason for the good old boys to be getting caught in the crossfire.
Right.
It's like 2016 when they were. I mean, I don't know. I can't help but think about that when they were protesting all over the place, but they were protesting people, speakers and certain, policies on their specific campus. I mean, You remember when
we were involved?
we were involved in a campus protest. We were caught in the crosshairs. We were not. We were pepper sprayed.
John was attacked.
Scott showed his true colors, I think, when he left you in the trenches.
We were. Yeah, I mean, it's.
Well, I couldn't go.
left you in the
literally-
trenches
it's
just to
literally-
get sprayed.
There was a point of no return.
Step on my neck while I'm dying.
I made it through the revolving door, and it locked.
And John got
What should I have
stuck.
done?
It didn't lock.
Go
I
back.
was still spinning.
Go back.
I was spinning. in
No
that
man
revolver.
left behind.
Yeah.
I stayed there in the lobby.
This is the military, bro.
Bro, listen. The
Yeah,
door was
it's-
In
spinning.
the trench, I would have never left you. I would have
Together or not,
That's
we go
it.
together or we
You
don't go
would've
at all.
Never out of the fight.
Never.
You would
yeah.
have folded.
No.
No way.
We had no idea what we were walking into. And
Yeah,
we
you
weren't
got
even a part of it.
I can't believe you guys went.
Well, I thought it was fun.
Who was speaking that night? Was it
Gavin McGinnis.
Can we talk
Yeah.
about this? Yeah, Gavin
Yeah.
McGinnis.
I thought it was.
I mean,
I thought it was Milo for a second.
Back in the day, before the Proud Boys turned in, first Proud Boys
Before they turned
were
into
just
feds?
gay. They were just gay. It was just a show tune singing group of guys who were right wing, and they were literally just like made gay jokes and did coke. That's sort of what they did.
Yeah,
right. They were,
basically like frat
were-
boys.
They were slightly alt right. Was the whole premise, and then they got infiltrated by
The feds.
the feds, and they became like actually gay, like fake and gay.
Yeah.
And they all started like doing.
well, they
really
got kind of infiltrated first by some more extreme.
but I think
Right.
that those
people.
guys were totally plants. Like it was never like anti-Semitic, or it was never like anti-black or anything like that. Like there was guys of like mixed race. There was all sorts of guys. It was weird. It was like a weird group of just alt-right guys, right? Who were against like
Just looking for friends.
who liked Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
Literally.
You know,
They
when-
hated, they hated socialism.
Yeah,
and
they
like
wanted to fight communists,
right,
And,
they
Antifa.
and they kind of were like, oh, let's follow the Bible because being Catholic is cool.
It sort of, yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
And it was like it was really like a loose knit group of just like alt-light kind of weirdos,
Yeah,
and
Then
it
it changed.
quickly got infiltrated by some like really hardline like weirdo Nazis, like the ones that you see like the fake the FBI skinheads,
Like,
you know, like
yeah.
who are saying
We're
things,
actually dressed like
yeah.
they're on the set of Romper Stomper.
And nobody is like that. Like people in prison who are like Aryan are not like that.
Yeah.
Like for
they're
real.
like Richard Spencer friends.
Nobody's doing like stiff arm salutes
Yeah,
unironically unless you're a federal agent. You know?
right. Which it just seems like it's all like going back to it. It just seems like it's all funded and paid for by the Rockefellers, the big, George Soros.
It's like some weird like class divide. It's like purposely structured in the way it is.
This is all very, ironic that it's all happening, what,
In the election-
six
Again,
months before.
yeah.
election
know.
cycle. The thing that's funny is that the funniest thing to me is that the pro-Palestinian people, the people that like have been cultivating this leftist, cultural Marxist view of the oppressed versus the oppressors, didn't get the memo that Jewish people aren't white, so that they don't understand now. So when like Jewish people who are like the leftist Jewish professors are like,
Wait, what's going on?
What's happening?
Yeah, why are you
Wait.
guys-
No,
yeah,
you
this
guys
doesn't
don't-
make sense.
You guys don't understand. Israel's the good guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
And then you have like, which I think is funny too, is that you have these extreme woke, liberal, so for lack of a better, like you have gay people that are pro Hamas, knowing or not knowing that if they were in Gaza, Hamas, they would be thrown off a roof.
Yeah, even they would never be accepted in
Right.
a million years.
But you have these purple haired,
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, the nuances of it, the what is that? Cognitive dissonance it's irrelevant. Which is why anybody who's on the right who has like any sense of like the America First movement, which has been infiltrated, or anybody who's like right, like me, it's just like why.
what's the point?
I don't. What do you mean? Oh, they're protesting on the college campus. Like, that's
Okay, yeah.
cool.
Shocker.
Yeah, Israel should stop killing innocent people, and Palestine should stop doing terrorism.
Yeah, it's a
Let me know when they stop
yeah,
doing that.
right. Palestinian, like,
What do you want me to do?
yeah, Gaza shook the bee's nest. on October 7th.
Yeah.
If you believe that's what
if
happened.
you believe that story,
right, to
for
be
face
true.
value.
Right.
I'm not saying I don't believe.
I'm
it.
not saying I do or I don't. I don't know. But if that is
Something happened.
something happened.
I wasn't there to see it.
Right. If that's the truth and what happened,
They had flying go karts.
Israel does what Israel does. Man, like, they are wiping the floor
I
clean.
just don't understand why Benjamin Netanyahu, who sounds exactly like Bernie Sanders. If you close your eyes, it's crazy.
Right.
It's like he has the same Brooklyn
Right.
accent.
He sounds like Adam
It's
Sandler in
very
that
strange.
movie. The movie that's super.
I don't get
Uncut Gem.
why. I don't know why they just don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
I just rip them off. Like I don't get like what's holding them back. They don't seem to care too much about like the world stage, like what the opinion is of
Yeah.
them. But
It's a difficult conversation. The conflict in the Middle East, like,
because I don't care, because it's like it has nothing to do with me.
yeah, it's not as
If you're from Palestine and I've like listened to them talk about what happens over there, and I genuinely feel bad. Like it sounds awful.
Yeah.
And then I hear like Israelis say their side of it, and I'm like, well, I guess if that was me, I could put myself in the guard tower shoes. Like I understand, I get it.
I do too.
So like might makes right. Fight each other to death. I don't care. Just leave me out of it. What do I have to do? Give you money? What do you want?
That's really that's
Yeah.
what's happening.
Who am I voting? What am I?
I think a lot of these people that are protesting they're just happy to have something to wake up and be mad about.
I think it's super. Like I watched the tour. Like this guy like walked in there. This like black dude. This black. Like I guess he was kind of conservative, and he just walked in with his cell phone. And they had like stations for PEP masks or whatever the fuck it is. And as he's walking through, everyone's like yelling like "You're like mask up."
You're
Because they like people are putting masks on so we can't identify them, and they had all these stations. They had this really cute little book club where they had like all like Marxist Communist Manifesto that you can like borrow and bring back.
Right.
They had a water station with tons of water. They had like clothes. They had places for people to like sleep. All these tents are set up. It was like super highly organized. And I'm thinking like college kids like. The organization level for that many people, it's definitely directed by, and like these are stations, like this has been done before. They know what they're doing.
I feel bad for the parents that are paying $90,000 a year
If I was the father,
for the kids to go protest and they're shut down.
if I was the father of that frat kid who got caught out there acting that way,
I'd beat them.
I'd drag him back down in front lines and make him say you're sorry.
Right.
Say you're sorry.
I didn't
to her.
mean it.
Don't you dare.
Yeah. Wasted 90
I'll
grand.
put you in community college right now.
Bro, these kids are paying.
Chad. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, it's a tough conversation, man. It really is, this conflict. It makes like you miss like the conversations of like transgender women playing playing sports because
Cat Williams did that.
that's an easy conversation.
show
Like
last
this
night.
conversation is difficult because you don't know what to believe, who to side with, or what to do. Like it's
It's
fucking
easy when you're on my side. It's like, what does it have to do? Is it going to deal with the fentanyl crisis that's killing?
no.
Is it going to deal with our veterans and homeless?
No.
Is it going to deal with our border?
It's just going to cost us money.
Is it going to lower my taxes?
It's going to up our taxes.
But you're the worst of all three, to both sides, because you don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't take a stance
That's
on
even
either.
worse.
I take a stance. My stance is I
Fight to the death.
well, no, my stance is that these countries like Israel and Palestine are their own sovereign nations and should be able to figure their shit out.
Yeah.
Just like the Ukraine, you are your own. I just think you have to. Sure, you have to have allies, but I mean, with allies like those, who needs enemies?
Yeah.
You know.
Seriously. We
So
could just adopt theirs.
I just say we should worry more about domestic issues, and this is just plaguing the news cycle.
You know what the answer is to all this? The conflict between Palestine and Israel.
John Lennon's
Jesus.
I don't think.
Jesus.
I think both of them
Yo,
would
you know why?
disagree
Honestly,
vehemently.
because Jesus was a Palestinian. Yes or no?
Was he?
Yeah, of course he was. And obviously he was Jewish because he went to the Chinese restaurant on Christmas like the rest of them.
Well, we
I thought
did
he was
this
a
whole-
Nazarene.
Well, we kind of.
All right.
I mean, he believed he was the son of God, so that technically makes him the first Christian.
He was a Palestinian because he was in a cave. He dug caves, and he resurrected from the cave and
No, I think they put him in a cave after he died.
making a little bit of a light joke of it. But like,
He was a Jew.
He was a Jew, but he was from Palestine. You know, he was dark. He wasn't this blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white man.
Well, that's not the pictures I saw.
Of course it's not. But he was from Palestine, dog. He was Palestinian.
Oh, I don't know if he was saying. I don't know if that's true.
Check the
I think he
facts,
was a
dog.
Nazarene.
Yeah, debatable.
Well, he was Jesus of Nazareth.
Yeah.
Right, but
We're saying today.
Today.
if he was born today in the same place, Bethlehem, is that in Palestine? I think that's
it's a little bit of a,
I thought there was
a
an
little
issue
bit of
with
divide.
I'm pretty sure
There was
Jesus would be kicking people out of their houses. I don't think he would be dealing with the settlers.
I don't know, man. He might be,
But maybe you're right. Maybe you should fly over there. And
that should-
I don't know if anybody's ever ran that by the people in charge.
You should bring pamphlets.
I should. Should be like a modern day Jehovah's
Have
Witness
you heard
out
of our
there.
Lord and Savior? This could solve this entire issue.
Everything. Just listen, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think it's purposely a distraction in our news cycle. I think like AIPAC and the Israeli lobby has way too. This is the interesting thing of the biggest thing that I heard, and I heard it on the Hill on YouTube. There was a news segment about the FISA. What's that? The FISA extension.
Okay.
What is that? Foreign Intelligent something Act.
Okay.
Security.
It's basically Security Act. Basically, their ability to spy, warrantless spying on foreign entities, but it's so the wording is so generic that so what they did was like,
Vague,
for
yeah.
these protests, they're able to use the FISA surveilling to basically they're saying the pro-Palestinian protests have Hamas implications, therefore foreign government, therefore our FBI and our national security agencies can spy
yeah.
on everybody there
Yeah.
and listen to their stuff and just violate our constitutional
Yeah.
laws and I think that's fucking wild. So that's why I would say if you had a young Anglo frat boy right now, you should give him a call and say, Chad,
Go to fucking school.
listen, stay home.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hang
these
out with your
classes were
friends.
canceled, dude. A lot of it started to go
Imagine
to
that.
straight Zoom
$90,000 a year for Zoom
Because of the
protests,
violence
yeah, or the just whatever.
because they're being pretty shitty to like the Jewish students there. But the Jewish students, like there are Jewish students that are pro-Palestinians.
Of course,
We're doing the weird thing, like there's like Jewish people on both sides of this thing. Where they're like in the pro-Palestinian side of the protest, and then there's like the Orthodox Jews, who are guys who are like wearing the yarmulkes,
yeah.
who are like pushing back.
They're trying to go to class and they won't even let them get to
And they're like
class.
getting treated like shit.
They were getting it's not right.
It's kind of
Not
crazy.
right. It's fucking sick.
Like, is this America?
This is Columbia University.
well, yeah. I mean,
All
but
over.
it's also
California,
happening.
Texas.
Like, you got people in Texas that there's not a Jewish person in sight in Texas, dude.
Well, there's. I mean,
Very.
guess it would have to
It
be
ain't like
3%.
Monmouth. It ain't like Monmouth County.
no, it's not like it's
You
not like
know,
Ocean County.
And,
Probably not like Columbia University.
and you got people down there that are protesting Hamas and in favor of Hamas in Gaza in Texas. Like this shit. That's what makes me be uber black-pilled and be like, this isn't
Can
real.
we call a ceasefire in San Antonio?
Seriously, right?
now what about NYU? Have we heard anything about?
They were beating people up. Cops were beating people up.
Cops were beating people up. Cops were beating journalists up.
Because the New York Police,
the cameraman.
NYPD doesn't have time for this shit.
Well, once they get the green light, it's
Yeah.
all about the green light. Because there's been times when stuff's been going on, and you're like,
And you're
"Are
not
the
allowed
cops
to
gonna
do anything.
anything?
Yeah, like obviously
you
remember
gonna
with the
stop the
George
looting
Floyd
and all?
stuff. Like cops were just
Stand
letting
down.
Cops were letting cities burn.
Kyle
Yeah.
Rittenhouse had to come in.
Yeah,
Right.
Kyle Rittenhouse had to come
Exactly.
in. Yeah.
But now when you start, protesting Israel, cops are just like,
Well, yeah. People Apex got a lot of power, man.
you ain't
They
kidding.
got a lot of power.
Yo, Israel don't fuck around, bro.
fuck around.
They are strong.
Yeah.
You cannot fuck with Israel,
They're
dude.
changing American policy.
Right. They are influencing American policy. They are influencing elections It is no joke right now, bro.
Their little sick dogs got a little out of control, so now they got to
Reel them back in, right.
Hey, guys, this is not the intended target.
Jesus, man.
This is all priming up for this is going to be the most wild election cycle of all time.
I can't wait for it to start, dude. I can't wait. I mean, it's already started.
Yeah.
Trump can't even do anything either because he's in trial every day. He's just sitting there in trial while Joe Biden's taking a poopy pan, making poopy pants on the fucking White House floor. I think his dog just bit another serviceman.
I think to myself, is this how it's always been? Like, if you take just any point in time in any major society, people are like, "Is this shit's fucking crazy right now?"
But maybe it's just always been like this. We just didn't have as much access and news coverage.
It's always something fucking wild.
Yeah, this is gonna be nuts, dude. But Trump is sitting in court, still fighting Stormy Daniels shit or something, right?
I don't even know.
It's freaking ridiculous. And then he makes his way out and he brings the FDNY pizzas, and he's just like, "Here you guys go.
Yeah,
Here's your pizza and subs."
Biden trying to recreate it in a Wawa.
Yeah.
He fucked the whole thing up. Did you see that?
Yeah, of course
he
I
tried
did.
to order at Wawa. He was looking like he looked like your lost grandfather. He's like, "I'll have a soda pop and an ice cream cone."
I mean, I don't think this is very. I mean, I think it's safe to say that this one is already going to get demonetized. So we keep it clean, but do our best. But I don't. We're not making any money.
This doesn't
anyway.
Sound near. Nobody needs to know that. This doesn't sound nearly as effective as the COVID.
What do you mean?
Wait, the whole. What do you mean?
As far
elaborate.
as not as far as just a distraction.
Yeah, I mean,
But what it's doing is it's dividing.
It's just-
there's These are voting blocks
right.
now. So you got the super duper leftists, right? And the college campuses, those kids vote, and then you got
But you have the super leftists now and the super right that are
Kinda in
they're
the
talking
same-
about the
same
they're,
thing.
they're pressing the same
Which is
button on
very-
this issue.
and
Which
there's
is true.
and sandwiched between them is the neocons,
The neocons that are
and the
my father.
And the traditional
and the
liberals.
traditional liberals.
Yes. So
Which
it's weird.
they've always been the same.
I know it's super weird that you have the alt-right and these crazy leftist liberals that are just like, "Oh yeah, we kind of agree."
Yeah,
Israel sucks.
Israel's really doing some
Right.
crazy shit.
Yeah. And then you have super left liberals screaming F Joe Biden, and then obviously the right is just F Joe Biden. I don't know. Is this really making Trump even more powerful?
Yeah.
Are they going to let this happen?
Well, Trump is notoriously, he's got some neoconish.
Oh
sorta,
yeah. He's
he is kissing the Wailing Wall.
yeah.
He knows where he knows.
He knows where
Knows
to
where his
go.
bread is buttered.
Yeah, he knows. where
Come on, man. He's not
You're
stupid.
not getting anywhere without that. I got 3 of these things. That
I know. Flying high over there.
I started doing the Zin points.
John's
We were
always,
having a contest.
John's always stealing my Zin. Let me get the back.
The Zin rewards.
Yeah.
Do you know what you have? I'm stacking them. I have a car full. If you open my car door, it's spilling out. I haven't scanned them yet, but John wants a rangefinder for golf, and it's my goal to get it and
Through Zin.
and then
throw it in the garbage.
and spike it on the ground.
This is the same guy that left me in the revolving door at NYU.
I know.
This is the type
Wait,
of
there's video of this.
not of that.
Yes,
Can we
there's.
go to the video?
I mean, there's video of it.
It's become very difficult to find.
Okay.
It has.
Yeah.
Even the Tucker.
That was
piece.
right at the top. It's become very difficult to find for whatever reason.
But you know that the revolving door got locked shut and you were stuck in the revolving
That-
door because otherwise you would have just come into the lobby with me. Your body was your arm was sticking through and you were like, Scott.
and
I was like this.
I'm all set.
That's the revolving door was not
I'm gonna
locked.
go watch Gavin.
The revolving door was still revolving. There was just
Then how come you didn't get out of it?
because on the inside of the revolving door was a line of police officers between you and I.
Okay.
And they wouldn't let you in?
What
They
were
would
you
not let me
getting pelted
in.
with?
Well, they
were you
let
guys
me
getting
in.
pelted with
We got hit
pee-pee?
with mace as we were
Oh,
coming
okay.
in.
I thought they were throwing balloons full
And
of
then
pee-pee.
there was some scuffle, some fighting. and I just walked like nobody touched me.
Was this the night you guys got punched in the stomach?
No.
No.
That was at the. Remember that? Were you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the he will not divide us.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, you guys are,
That was-
Yeah,
that
we
was
got-
like
we had
early
food.
What was that?
To that
What
one
was
guy's
that? Like
house,
2000?
it was
Was that,
definitely a
They
fad.
were all doing
His
coke.
wife made us like a cheese
was
platter.
that pre-Trump? Was that pre-Trump?
No, it was right after.
It was right after.
Right after. Okay.
And we went to the Shiloh LaBeouf "He Will Not Divide Us" thing, which was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was like,
It was so weird.
it was so weird. These people are fucking bananas.
Yeah. Those
But-
are times. That's when times were cool back then.
Yeah,
It-
it was the
it ain't
city was
cool.
alive.
Yeah.
We're like driving around trying to find this place, and like we're in the middle of nowhere, and then we just see like some like abandoned parking lot with like 50 people standing, and we're like, "That's it right there." And it was just like a little camera inside of a wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a space for people to like talk into the camera.
Uh-huh.
People were chanting, "He will not divide us."
And you could go.
Talking about who?
Trump.
Trump.
Trump will
Well,
not
the
divide us.
the camera was hooked up to a live stream.
Yes.
And,
And
what's his name
on-
was running that?
It
Shia
was
LaBeouf?
Shiloh. It was an art project.
Yeah.
This is
Shiloh.
where we put the art. I would say we really put the Scott quotations on art.
Yeah.
It was
Modern art project.
Yeah, and you would go and talk into, and it was like live streamed, and it was like an opportunity for like people to go on and feel safe, and you know, because people were saying nice sentiments about all the terrible things
That was gonna
He will
happen.
not divide us.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
What happened is that it was a hidden location at once, correct?
Yeah,
Right.
and then Reddit
and
found
then
it.
people found it.
They fucked it
And
up.
they used like star patterns in the sky to find where this thing was.
They used
They're shooting like
used,
Batman's signals
He
up
had
there.
a random camera set up. It was like set up towards the sky
Jesus.
to keep this "He Will Not Divide Us" art project up, and they used the planes and the star patterns to pinpoint its exact location and to find it and to troll it.
Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, I forget what they did. They like, put a Trump flag up or
Yeah, they were putting up flags, and people were going and like
talking to
they
the
were
camera.
saying, well, they were saying something crazy. It was like,
I
but
can't repeat it.
people were gathering, and it became like it almost became like a turf war. Like there was always, it was like overtaken by the Trumpers or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
like the all groups, like the Proud Boys at the time, or it's like the Redditors, and you know that was when things were like really fun and almost lighthearted.
yeah.
Not anymore.
There was some fighting. There was some like Antifa, Proud Boy fights.
Where are they?
Antifa?
Yeah.
I think the news just stopped saying the name Antifa
Yeah.
because they're not supposed to be a real thing. Remember they gaslit us for years saying that Antifa is not
Yeah.
a thing. It's just
I
like,
wonder if they're part of
just
this.
anybody who's anti-fascist is Antifa.
Uh-huh.
I was like, not sure that's true.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But yeah, they kind of. I think they've just. I think if you were to like look closely into like the
They're
anti-Israel,
sitting on-
pro-Palestinian,
They're
those
on the
people would
Palestinian side?
would be wearing probably Antifa colors 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
I
Which
don't
is which again is just so
You were still working at
Weird.
GNC when all this was going on because
Yeah, I was wearing a
remember I met
GNC
you.
hoodie
Yeah,
on Tucker.
sick.
Yeah, I was wearing the fucking the Go Beyond
that was a good time. in
because it was
hindsight.
the black and yellow.
black and yellow.
Black and
yeah,
yellow. It's the Proud Boys arc was really weird. Like it just started off as like Gavin McInnes, who sucks, but he's I don't know. I don't hate him. I don't dislike him. He's
he's corny.
he's kind of funny. His stuff is pretty funny. He's been kind of the same throughout the years, like a goofy comedian / political.
That's all they
Commentary.
are. Speaking of that, like Nick Fuentes, he's back on Twitter.
He is back on Twitter.
He's back on Twitter. Elon, reinstated him, and he like I was talking to him to somebody else, and he's just like a comedic
The
far
Groypers,
right.
they beef with the guys that I like. Yeah, there's like big hatred between the guy I like, Bap, Bronze Age Pervert,
Uh-huh.
and the Caribbean Rhythms podcast because they say that he's Jewish.
They say that Nick is.
No, they say that Bap is Jewish.
Oh, Bap is okay.
And because he's Jewish, they hate him.
Uh-huh.
And that he's like, and I think I like Bap. I think he has the best best political book I've ever read in my life. His podcast is hilarious, and I could care less if he's
Jewish or not.
but nobody like I've seen like nobody knows who he is. People think he's this guy, this college professor named Kostin Almaru.
Isn't his voice kind of just like
He makes like a fake Russian accent.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
I listen, but he's not on any major platforms. Though.
He's on Twitter.
He's on Twitter. Okay,
As a Bronze Age man.
Bronze Age. Yeah, okay, I follow him.
Yeah,
yeah.
and those guys like Zero, H.P. Lovecraft, and like this guy Benjamin. There's like a group of, I would say, like intellectual right, and then for some reason the Nick Fuentes group hates them, and they hate each other, so they always beef with. There's always infighting, and that's what the whole thing is about. So I like listen to Nick because I think he's funny,
He's very funny.
but he kind of fell off with the whole Kanye thing and the Milo thing. I thought that was all really corny.
Yeah,
His show was really good when he was on. Was it Discord or what was the name?
Yeah,
of
his
that?
America First show.
Yeah, he still
it's
was rocking it.
entertaining. I mean, it's fun. He's funny. He's smart. Nobody could say he's not smart.
no, he's a
Very
genius.
smart.
Yeah,
I just don't like some of the hardline. I think he makes some stupid mistakes. Like now, like what he's doing now is just like he's teamed up with Sneeko.
yeah.
and it's the
Sneako's his new
Muslim
guy.
Christian Alliance,
Yeah,
and Andrew Tate's involved.
yeah.
Andrew, yeah. Andrew Tate's posting memes with like military guys, like "Let's go," you know.
Yeah, like welcome back. Let's go. They're tagged
And
up.
I'm like, what are you guys gonna do?
Yeah,
What are you guys gonna do?
they're just, what they're gonna do. They're gonna make money.
Yeah, they're gonna make money.
They're
That's
gonna
exactly
make
right.
money.
Clicks and views.
That's
I
it.
can't even be mad at it.
I'm not mad at him. Like, I'm not. I mean, I think
They're
Andrew
just-
Tate's kind of corny.
Your message is muddied now.
Yeah,
You know.
you're not the only one anymore because like the America First movement has kind of like taken a. You got even people like Charlie Kirk that are like kind of like falling towards America First. You know, and Candace Owens.
Yeah.
You know, mainstream. You know, right wing.
Yeah, but they all get ousted, and they all get outed, and they're wherever they're from. Like, Ben Shapiro is calling the shots, and they get kicked out, and they get kicked out to the fringes of the right movement, and then their accounts like blink in and out whenever they say something to get banned,
Yeah.
and that like crushes any steam or momentum that you have.
They come out of they're missing from the algorithm. That's how you
Yeah.
know how powerful Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire is, bro.
Oh yeah,
He
he pulls your card, and that's it.
he makes so much money, man. They are so powerful. Those guys. Who's the other guy with him? What's
Adam
his name?
Walsh.
Walsh, Walsh,
Walsh. Yeah.
Adam Walsh.
Joe Walsh,
I don't know.
Mike Walsh,
Adam Walsh.
A Walsh. I don't think it's not Adam. Definitely not.
They just
No,
run
Adam
the
Walsh.
The guy who wrote
That was the guy from
the guy who
America's
did
Most
What Is a
Wanted.
Woman?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like if that's
Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh, if you were going to subscribe to that right, it's America and Israel first,
Right.
Maybe not even in that order.
No, it's just they're
They're
tied
one
in.
in the same.
Yeah, they're in the same.
That our interests are their interest and vice
Super
versa.
Zionistic approach.
Yeah, that is that particular form of conservatism.
And that's a lot of what old school conservatives are. Like, you talk to my father, he's just like, you got to defend Israel.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they're our allies.
And you just say, well, why?
Just because. It's the way it's
And then
been.
they go, oh, okay.
All right, cool.
Are we
Okay.
going to say anything about the non-nuclear war proliferation thing?
Or the, what was the.
SS Liberty? or
Yeah, I was going to say the submarine.
Oh, you never heard of that?
Oh, you forgot
weird.
about that? Or the guys that were dancing on top of the.
Yeah. All right. I mean, listen, the Iron Dome is pretty cool.
It is pretty sick. That thing
Can't
is
touch that.
insane. I don't know if you saw that. They were shooting missiles at
That
it.
was that was the funniest
Oh.
response to anything of all time.
It's just radar,
They
right?
shot like 900 missiles. I think
well, first
one made it through.
they committed a blatant war crime and attacked an embassy on foreign soil
And killed
everybody.
yeah.
Everybody in it. And then Iran says, because you did that,
We're gonna.
we have to do something. So they let Afghanistan or somebody know, like Syria, listen, we're going to shoot like a bazillion rockets.
900 rockets.
At, Israel, don't tell anyone. And Israel's listening, and they're like, we got a thing happening, and we get to test out our
Boom, boom, boom.
That's the meme. The like my tax dollars.
my tax
and also my
somehow my tax
Hell
dollars.
yeah. It's fucking nuts, dude.
It's fucking
Their
wild.
defense system is crazy. Our tax dollars are great for them.
It's just radar, though, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's
just,
all.
It catches it coming in, it shoots it out of the sky.
And it shoots out of the sky.
Yeah, it's like that video game, like Galactica or whatever. It's,
It's
like
insane, dude. It's fucking
and then
nuts.
like nothing got through.
How is that possible? There was like 900 rockets shot. None.
And Iran was like, all right,
Yeah.
we got back. We
give
did
up.
it.
Right.
No,
yeah.
you know-
Oh, they were like, yeah, we crushed you guys. Yeah. And
We
they were
needed
like,
get back.
No.
They couldn't let it go unanswered. And Israel's like, well, this is a great time for us to try out our new toys. You know how much money that volley costs?
I can't imagine how much money that whole shebang cost to bang out those
The
rockets.
money from like 4 of those rockets is like life-changing money for most people.
And they shot 900 of them.
They did a 4th of July.
So, I
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
it's I'm curious. I'm super interested to see what happens. A, with Biden, the over under on him even making it to running, and what they're going to do about Trump.
Yeah. Is he ever going to pick a VP? He didn't. Wasn't that lady in the
He
running?
hasn't even debated yet, has he?
They won't let him yet. I don't know if they're going to do
They're
it.
trying to hold him up in the courts and all that
He
stuff.
can't.
And
No, he can't, dude. He's in court
I think-
every day.
and he passed.
But he's not allowed.
Well, he passed on the GOP debates. He just like, why would I even?
Yeah, he
He
was
was
like,
already winning.
yeah. So he was like,
He's
why am I
you
going to
guys
waste my
have to figure
time?
it out.
Yeah.
He was going to pick some woman. Who was the woman that he was going to pick? And then she killed her dog and she went away. Did you see that?
No,
Oh, yeah.
she
Forget it.
killed her dog.
Yeah, she had like a bad dog or something, and she was one
No
of
bad
those.
dogs.
I agree. It's bad owners. And she was
Killed it.
yeah, she would. What were they doing in Wedding Crashers? When they were like, oh, we're
Quail
gonna,
hunting.
Quail hunting. We're gonna go quail. You ready? Super pump. You ready? It's like you're excited. He's like, not really. So she was a quail hunter, and the dog would ruin the quail hunt, and was super aggressive. So she was like, fuck this. I'm going to take out the dog and kill the dog. And she got so much backlash that she's not going to be the VP. I can't believe you didn't see this.
I did not see this.
Yeah,
I don't like that woman.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
Did
like,
you
fuck
see
that
the
bitch.
thing online? Probably not, because it's a feel-good story. But there was
all me's got to do is read nonsense.
The Rottweiler that was in his crate that got caught in a tornado. He was in a house in a crate, and the
The owners went down in the bunker and
it
left
was
it.
no, like I don't know what happened. They're
Well, that's the most important part of the story. Is why is the Rottweiler in a crate during a tornado? But go on.
well, that was a lot that was in the comments, and like maybe it was during
need
the
to find
day. The
this.
people were at work.
And they keep their fucking dog in a crate.
Right.
These people are terrible. All right, go on. So where did it end up?
So 4 blocks from the house,
And he was all right.
he's alive.
Look at
and He
that.
was out. The crate. They found the crate 4 blocks from the house, smashed,
And he was chilling.
and the Rottweiler was laying on a mattress on the side of the
He's got
road
some
with a little
PTSD.
bit of a scratch on his nose, happy as could be, and his name was Zeus.
No doubt. Well, power to you, Zeus. Yeah.
And they were commenting like the meme from the GIF from Half Baked when they get the Rottweiler high and he's flying over New York City. But that's the kind of stuff I need to see.
Yeah,
I
you're-
need to see
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
see enough of it. Twitter sucks lately, man. Somebody posts something and then you go to the comments for context, and it's like
It's
people
up-
just spamming
Yeah,
other
it's other shit. Nobody's
shit
commenting
for,
on
for
it. I know.
views. You have to
Like-
scroll all the way down to get
Yeah,
to
like if I see a
comments.
nasty fight or fucking a gangland shooting, I want to see like where it was when it was, and then it'll be like, something about
Something
fucking
in India.
Yeah, literally,
It's
trying
like
to
these
sell you something.
bot accounts.
I know.
Yeah, they're not stupid. That's how they get.
I try to block them. Anytime I see somebody post something that's doesn't have anything to do with the post, I block them.
Yeah.
So I can't
That's-
Did you
that
see
shit.
the video of the guy? I follow like all these like podcast pages on
On Instagram.
Instagram, so that's like my Twitter.
You think you would put more effort into the podcast you do?
Right, bring some ideas. No, I'm just gonna look.
Start
So-
ripping off podcasts.
They have the video of the one guy stealing all the iPhones from the Apple store
Yes.
in New York City.
I saw that.
and like all the comments were like, "Congratulations, you just stole 50 GPS trackers."
Do those even work? Those are just like
I
dummy
don't know. I don't
phones.
think so. Yeah.
He was just ripping them off.
It's
They're
like literally, Like I could literally steal Scott's phone, and it's useless. Will always be useless to me.
Try to pawn
And-
it. You can't.
you can't. And people think they're gonna go into an Apple store
Yeah.
and
You're gonna
steal the phones from the display phones.
Yeah,
You
you're gonna-
just stole 50 Apple AirTags.
You're gonna get literally. You're gonna get metal bracelets in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, anything good with the business? Anything you guys want to talk about for? This is a fitness channel.
It is a fitness channel.
Yeah, we.
That's true. You sell supplements. We
you
have a
guys
gym.
own a gym.
Yeah. I don't really know about anything good with it. We got a summer sale
We
coming
got the
up.
same sale
We're
coming
going
up.
like the Ian Smith route, like slowly but surely.
100%.
I'll tap out before that.
It'll just be me.
Yeah, we got a summer sale coming up for the kids home from college and anybody else who wants to join the gym for the summer. It's a one payment. Come from Memorial Day to Labor Day, $180. So that's pretty cool.
When's that start?
May 17th, it goes on sale.
Ooh.
So
That'd
tell
be good.
your friends. Tell your friends.
I already got you a summer sale.
Who'd you get?
My friend Tim.
Oh, sick.
I asked
Tim's
about
in.
commission, but
Nice job.
guess there's no commission on that.
No. Just, that's really it. Slinging supplements.
I think you sip of your drink here.
I was telling Justin about the new structure, our new and improved
Supplement structure.
supplement purchasing structure.
Yeah, well, that's not. We don't have ink on paper. I don't know where Alan's head was when we had that original conversation.
Oh,
so.
maybe
Oh,
he
I
was high
thought
on
that was just the
mushrooms.
gifting part.
What was he high on mushrooms or something when he said that?
If we were, if we were to go
Something on
through,
your face.
probably a little.
Piece of Zen.
Who cares? Yeah, I think we'll probably. I think we're going to restructure all the wholesaling soon, probably for the summer. I'm trying to work on some new shirts for my last massive failure.
It was a
wearing
failure?
that yesterday.
Big failure.
Biggest failure yet?
Yeah.
No way.
Flop.
All right, so you know what? I want to buy a black one.
Yeah, me too.
All right, I'm
gonna buy a black one.
Yes, huge flop. Nobody liked it. I mean, it was two things. It was like 5% of people loved it and said it was the best thing ever, and then 95% of the people said it was for girls and it was gay. And I was like, well, that was kind of. I don't get it because I thought
Considering the things that these people are wearing, it looked just like everything else they're wearing.
it was really cool. Personally,
liked it.
And nobody can convince me otherwise. But Alan's secretly like, yeah.
Well, Alan didn't help with the promotion of it.
No.
Putting underneath like
No, he didn't.
like I have nothing to do with this. I hate
Yeah,
this.
but he's always like Alan. In his defense,
He's always like that.
he's not. He admits that he's not like good with the clothes. So like, I want to do like weird stuff. I always want to do weird stuff, and he just lets me do it. But 9 times out of 10, he says that it sucks and he would never wear it.
So has
So
this
it's nothing new.
so has this failure made you a little gun shy? Like it has
No.
kind of made John gun shy on coming up with something?
No, you can't do that. You have wins, you have losses. I mean, I am confident.
I'm
that
just
It'll
creatively
sell
like-
over time.
No, I think you're a little gun shy because the orange Paramount Misfit kind of.
But then we did the hoodies, and
I hear those were great.
we might just have to restock those till we figure it out.
You have to just like throw darts at the board. What I found is, regardless of even like the anime wasn't super popular, I loved it, but it was. I get it. Not everybody likes anime. Eventually, it sells. Like over time, it'll.
That's
sell.
what
Yeah.
That's my take. Is literally like John and I can put like an iPhone on a shirt and have like a P on the iPhone,
And eventually, it'll
and
sell.
it'll sell just because people buy our shit.
I just want to make stuff that I don't like that. No, I think I'm going to do an American Psycho T-shirt.
I thought that was cool. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I just have to figure out a way to have it like the branding, like the Arnold.
I want to do a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one.
Yeah,
That's what I want to do. I saw a cool little picture of them in the dark and it's just their eyes. And I feel like if you put like the P in the middle of all of them, it would look kind of cool.
was it like them peeking out of the sewer?
No, because you can't see their body, but that's kind of cool too because that reminds me of the first movie. But no, it was just like almost a comic looking one of their eyes and maybe a little bit of their outline. And I just thought it was pretty cool.
All
But
right, get me that picture.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I just like them.
I'll buy it.
I know you would. You're great. To be honest with you, I like the color scheme of the tan one that you had.
Yeah, I thought
I
that,
really like
yeah.
that one. That goes with a lot of the clothes that I wear.
Yeah, I thought it
Which
was,
one is that?
The one that we both have. The newest one.
The one. Yeah, I was wearing it
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
It's weird, like the stuff like the comic strip one that I didn't think I thought people would like, but I put like a lot of time into it. I was like totally custom.
I thought it was cool.
Comic strip and
Funny
like
story about that one. I'll tell you if you want to hear.
yeah, I love funny stories.
I go, well, not that funny, but I go into Quick Check by my house, and my neighbor who actually works there is a Korean lady or Asian lady, I don't know where, and she's like, I know that underground nutrition. I was like, holy shit, you could read it because it doesn't say underground nutrition.
Oh, the Japanese one.
Japanese one.
Yeah. She must have been Japanese.
Yeah,
Was that accent he did racist?
Yeah, definitely.
I thought it was pretty good.
crazy.
Underground. I was like, she loved it, dude. And I turned around the back.
People
she's-
say, "What does it say?" And
Right.
I'm like, "It literally says underground nutrition, like subtitled underneath it."
Well, she didn't say that, but she read it, and I was like, "Holy shit, Scott did his homework. He really like."
Yeah, I would, fuck.
So no, that was pretty funny, dude.
I got something for Scott. Just since we're just off the cuff here.
Yeah.
Hit it.
We were out to dinner last night, and we were talking about various people in the industry, and this particular gentleman came up, and I said that I've heard negative things about him. I heard that he's kind of an asshole or has become an asshole. So Scott replied to me, and he said, "You've become an asshole." Okay,
Okay.
I didn't ask for your opinion.
I'm not gonna say my opinion.
So, having based upon that, I want to present Scott with a scenario that happened to me today that I was texting you about, and I want to know how he would have handled this situation.
Sure.
Okay.
I want to know who you're talking about, but we can't put that on.
No.
Okay. Great.
So I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
They are an asshole too.
Okay. Cool.
So I
Dude,
had,
so you're saying that you John's
well,
an
I
asshole.
like the person that never been, has been nothing but nice to me, but from people that I've met that know this particular person, they're like, he's a fucking asshole.
Okay.
He's become such an asshole.
Okay.
So, and I mean,
This
I feel
is
like
funny.
I feel like we're deep into it. So, like, what do we got? Like 3 people watching this still at this point?
Yeah.
So I had a gentleman come into the gym today with the ad for the summer sale, which goes on sale May 17th. I believe it states that. And it says, you purchase it. It's from Memorial Day to Labor Day. In the past, anybody that's purchased it early, once it goes on sale, we let them come in because and start training. It's a matter of a
couple
week.
days.
Yeah. So I had a gentleman, it goes on sale a week from Friday, May 17th. I had a gentleman come in today asking about it, wanted to buy it. It's not even in our system yet to click to purchase. So I explained that to him. He had already been to the gym 3 or 4 times. He's taken advantage of the free trial. And he wanted to just train for free until it went on sale.
Yeah.
I explained to him that that's not possible if he was eager to get in, and I continuously said, I'm like super happy that you're here. We're happy to have you. If you're really eager to get in, what we could do is we could just get you set up with the month to month. And I'll waive the sign up fee. The difference of a couple dollars. And he said, well, what are my other options? I said, well, you could buy day passes, for $20, or you could buy a punch card for $100, which is 10 day passes, and use those 10 day passes for $10 a piece over the course of the next
We can have
10 days.
Yeah.
Until you could purchase the summer sale.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do any of that. What he wanted to do was, I think, just train for free today. I think that was his goal. And so I'm trying to explain to him that he could just train today, but he would have to buy a day pass. And then he brought back up the punch card, and I said, yeah, well, if you buy the punch card, you get 10 day passes for $100, which works out to $10 a day pass.
Yeah.
A visit. So he proposed that he just pay $10 to train today and only today.
Yeah.
And this conversation, I mean, it felt like forever. It probably went on for 5 minutes.
He walked out.
He ended up leaving. But his goal was for me to be like, yeah, go ahead. You're good.
This is what I tell you right now. I could tell you exactly what I would do. It's I'll have like.
And so I want to make sure. Do you?
This is what I would have
I
done.
want your opinion on how I handled it.
First
I
of all,
want
how did
money.
he handle it?
badly because
Okay.
he left.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't say badly. You're sticking up for yourself and your business, and you don't want people to walk all over you, right? But you want to get paid. So if it's a huge L, if he doesn't sign up for the summer sale,
Okay.
what I would have done was I would have taken his money for the summer sale, put it in an envelope, and took his information down. And as soon as the summer sale went through, I would have let him train, and I would have let it through. I would have wanted to get his membership, right? And I'd be like, I'm doing you a huge favor. Don't tell anybody I'm doing this. But I would be calling his bluff because the last thing I would want for him to do is just pay $10 or get off, train for a couple days, and then I never see him again for the summer sale. But I want that summer sale. I want that.
So you would allowed him to
I would
train,
have said, give me the money for the summer
and
sale.
you could train now until Labor Day.
And he could train for.
Cash. Give
Yep.
it to me cash,
Uh-huh.
and you could train. Keep it to your fucking self. I'm gonna take all your information.
Mm-hmm.
The day it goes through, I'm gonna run your money through for the summer sale. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this only for you. That's what I would do because I would want the cash.
You
in
want the
door.
sale. Yeah, you don't want.
Despite the fact that the most people who purchase it when it comes out are already getting an additional free week, 10 days. So I should have him get the
Free 2 weeks.
free 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Just
2.5
to,
weeks.
just to ensure the sale.
Well, here's the thing: is that you guys want to turn the summer sales. You want to turn to year,
Memberships. Yep.
right? So, in my mind, this is just from an outsider looking in, is that you didn't convert anything, right? So I would be thinking about the long money. If I'm going to do this, if I'm going to bend over for you, I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to get this guy signed up for a year when it's up. That would be me, unless something about him rubbed me the wrong way. You know, and if he said no, he wasn't going to pay me for the summer sale today, I would say I think he's trying to scam me and tell me to get out of here. But that's what I mean. What kind of guy was he? How old is he? Have money? Does it seem like he was like full of shit?
I mean, I think that he seemed like he I told you, my read on the situation was that he was looking to train for free today.
Yeah. Well, that's what if that was your read, I would have called his bluff because he's probably not going to train every day until the summer sale. Most guys are training 4 or 5 days a week. I would rather had that summer sale secured, and then try to convert him into a year.
Go to the bank right now. Take out $190. Give it to me. And
Just pay me in cash right now. I'm not even going to run it through my system. And
Yeah, well, I wasn't capable of running it through.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put it to the side.
no, I get it. Yeah, I hear you.
That's
I
what
like
I
that.
would-
No, I like that point of view. I hear you. But I also understand John's read on
Yeah,
it. Like
you don't know.
you don't know how he is unless he's in front of you. And from the way that John explained it, it seemed like he was kind of a little young punk dick that was just trying to get over. And I understand
Everybody
John's
wants
point.
something for free. It's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
it is.
But what you have to do is, I think, what happens is you start to take that personal. Is that like somebody like, feels like
I've yet to master not taking it personal.
Yeah, John takes it personal, and I get it. I understand because it's like, yo, this is my livelihood. This
Because
is
I've
how.
never in my entire life done that.
Yeah, you don't pay
Even when I was that age.
But people aren't like that.
Yeah.
People, normies are trying to like,
Always get over.
get Groupons. And
Yep.
They want something. They want a little edge. They want to save a couple bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, people with the most money. That's why they have a lot of money.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
But you can't take it personal.
What do you think of his? What do you think of his proposal?
Well, I think that his proposal was great, but again,
And I would have fired an employee for doing it.
again,
Like, I would
we
never teach that to
used
somebody.
we had a loose algorithm, but an algorithm nonetheless to base the pricing of our summer sale based upon the amount of
time that they were
in-
training.
that they were training.
Yeah.
So
There-
But the question is return on your investment, right? It's just
Long
like
game.
For me, it's the long game. Getting that guy in for the summer and hopefully converting him to a fan.
Yeah,
would
maybe.
be my main goal.
Yeah,
And now,
maybe-
now you've converted it.
Yeah, you doing him
You
this
made it.
favor would have been like, wow, this guy's kind of cool. I'm going to sign up for the year when he's done. Which I
Because
hear that
you have
too.
to think that that's
But
probably
I
going to
hear
happen
it too.
1 or 2 more times between now and then. That's what I would say. So is this
well,
something that's
it happens
Okay.
not regularly, but it's usually the weekends, and you have somebody come in and they're just shocked that they have to pay for something.
Yeah, it's very strange to me too. Like I have a couple people. I have this woman, man.
You have to have that at
I
your
have this
store.
woman who she comes to the store 3 or 4 times a week, and she doesn't want to buy anything, but she wants like samples and stuff. If I'm working, it's got to the point where it's like I'm not even offended. I see her coming, I just want to try to get her out. I have like
You're just like, here you go.
here you go. She buys like a protein once a month. She's nice.
Uh-huh.
But I think that she actually doesn't have it. So I'm like, whatever. Here's some samples.
Right.
She's always
Doing
asks
God's
the
work.
same 2 questions. How much is this? And I'm like, does this have a lot
don't
of
care.
caffeine?
You don't care.
You
Just
know?
take the samples and get the
Just-
Now,
fuck
do you
out.
think you would have had the?
To do that? No.
Yeah,
No.
you would have handled it the same way I did.
I probably would have handled this. If I'm being honest, I probably would have handled it the same way. I might have tried to push the way that I push like the punch cards is like, here, take the punch card.
I won't punch today.
That's
which
how,
we typically don't. Yeah,
that's how I do. It's 11 passes now for free. And now, when you're done with the summer sale, you'll be able to use these punch cards up. Or how about you do this? Give this punch card to a friend. Okay, that's a lot of times what I do. Which I did to that woman that came in the other day. Remember when you saw me talk to that woman?
Yeah.
That was my play with her. But she was an older lady. You know, this is a young punk.
I was curious how Scott would have handled it because he called me an asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking to get into a debate about that, but I disagree.
I think. Well, I mean, I feel like that kind of proves that.
You're an asshole.
Listen, you got to remove your ego out of the business thing. It's like you can't. You can't.
I don't think it's his ego.
You can't let people walk all over
John's
you.
an emotional kid and he takes things personal, just like
No,
he
I
said.
think you've done a good job of somebody who didn't have the greatest boundaries before opening the gym, you know, and then to like realizing that you need to get you need to be tougher with people. You need to be more. And I think you went just a little too far.
You think I went a little too far there?
Well, no,
I
I
didn't say
general,
anything
in general.
rude.
no. You lost the sale.
I mean,
What would be better for your business would be to eat a little shit. You make it so because guys, what are you losing? What are you losing?
We're not technically we're not losing anything.
And the potential would be now you have an entire summer to convert a fan, right? That's the way I would look at it. You know, it's like you might be losing a little on the front end today, but you might be making on the back end. Maybe eat a little. And I'm saying, like, you have to kind of pick and choose your battles. Like, for that guy, I wasn't there. Maybe he was a total dick. I remember I was there, and a young kid came in, and I had to leave because I knew what was happening. He was trying to get a free day, and I sensed it. Like, because he used.
It never happens to me.
that was
man.
when I called you.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
like,
I
you're
left.
never going to believe what just
I
happened.
knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Like, he had already been there. He already used this free thing, and he could not wrap his head around
That he
why
couldn't use it again.
he couldn't again train for free. And that's like I know this might be difficult for you to understand. You just pulled up in a fucking BMW, right? You got fucking brand new sneakers on, and you're telling me you can't come out of your pocket for 20 fucking bucks, bro.
Yeah.
You know what it costs for me to get the doors open here?
Yeah.
You know how much I pay myself?
I hear you.
You want to fight in the back? Because I'll fucking fight you.
That person I got upset with, I asked him if that was what he does, if he like goes around asking
and
for
that's
things for
and
free.
that's okay. That kind of stuff I get. Like people who are trying to like fuck you, like that guy, he'll never come back, or if he does come back, he'll try to
Do it again.
do it again. But yeah, I don't know. Like if it was somebody that I determined in my head had some money and would be somebody who'd make like a good member and is trying to like.
Well, I had kind of determined. I mean, maybe
Because
my
if it was me, I would be like, bro, I could just go to fucking Planet Fitness for fucking $10 for the entire month. You know, I like it here. Can we
Do
work
something.
out?
Yeah, no doubt. That's a good way to tell.
I don't
Can I
know.
talk to the owner?
I've never been a negotiator.
Got to
It's just
negotiate
not.
a little.
No, I'm saying like I always
As the
respect it,
consumer.
especially with small business. That even before, maybe it was from knowing you, has garnished a little bit more respect for small business. But I've never. It's just like I don't understand why you would go into a place like that because you know that they would never go into Target and do that.
And somebody told this to me once. It's because the perception of the 9-to-5 wagee is that somebody who owns their own business has a gym like that you're rich. You're rich.
Yeah.
I own Underground. You're rich. You're rich. You have 3 stores.
You're a business owner. You're rich. Yeah.
You're a little rich.
I'm not rich. I'm not even. Rich people would be like,
Yeah, right. You're rich.
Poor.
Yeah.
We don't even know what rich is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No.
being able to pay your bills is a low standard of rich. You know?
There you go. Food for thought from Scott.
All right.
But yeah, you have become a little bit of an asshole. He's mad at people sitting behind the desk. You know?
Yeah.
Well, people just want to be your friend, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta open your heart. I'm gonna give you this book called The Go Giver.
Oh
Alan
God!
gave
And
me.
now, next thing you know,
That's how you guys. That's how
we're
you
gonna be
hired
doing business therapy.
I hired a business therapist.
I know you did. I walked in on it. I was like, holy shit.
What would Alan have done?
Am I in a 12-step meeting?
Alan would have budged. Alan would have done what you did, probably. But Alan is always be closing. I mean, Alan sells. Alan fucking sells, dude. Like low key, Alan's the best salesperson I've ever seen. You come in the store and you're walking out with shit, and you're thanking him for it.
He does it to us.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good at it. I don't think Alan would have walked. If you
I don't think Alan would have let the kid walk out the
if
door.
you were my employee and I would expect my employees to get money in the door. Like, don't let people walk out with nothing. You know, that's an L.
Yeah, that's number one rules of sale. You never let them walk out of the door. As a car salesman, that's what I learned.
Even if
go-
you're like, listen, I
go to
can't
the
deal with this
bottom,
today. I had a long week. Just give me fucking $10 just train today.
Yeah, bottom
And
of the
you'll buy
bottom.
yourself a nice fucking
Deal
muffin.
with this today.
You go buy yourself a muffin while they're
Muffin,
working out.
yeah.
Just give me $10. Shut up. You know.
So John's become an asshole. He said.
Yeah, a little bit. He's become less patient. You know, John used to be very patient. John used to care what people thought of him. I don't think you care about what people think about you anymore. Well, at least most people. I feel like you don't care what people think of you. You got this kind of like cool guy. I own the gym.
I think I'm just broken and tired of. I'm just tired.
He's just tired.
I'm
He's just
tired.
tired.
It's just
He's tired. You can see it on his face. He's
when
tired.
you look the way I look at it, and I understand your point of view completely, and not saying it's the wrong one, but behind this individual is a gym full of people who have paid money to be there.
Yeah, and listen. I am
did
not
not, you know.
suggesting devaluing your product. I'm not. What I suggest doing is individual assessment. Don't be cold and callous like a corporation.
Oh, I don't think I was cold and callous.
No, I know, but like
No, I think he was looking at the whole
a corporate policy.
the whole situation. Yeah, corporate
would
policy
have
would
been
like
like, we
no
can't
shot,
do anything
can't do
for
it.
you.
It's in the
our
handbook,
policy.
right? This is like, every situation is
I would have
different.
looked at the guy. If I thought he was a bum and I thought that he wasn't going to come back and he's trying to get over on me, I would have called his bluff and been like, all right, go get some cash, pay for it now. I'll put it aside. We'll run it through. Don't tell anybody. Because I would want to secure that. Act like you're doing him a favor and make an ally, make a friend.
Yeah,
And if he was full of shit, he would have said, okay, and never came back.
yeah.
And then he would have felt like the dummy.
Depending on the mood that I'm in, because it's different. But a lot of the time, I just look at it like every person that walks through the door that's new, I treat them like they're the most important person in the world.
Yeah, you should.
That's how.
Oh, of course.
I try to. That's how I try. But there's times where like I'm just
Tired.
had it. Of the phone calls of, do you guys offer a free trial or,
I'm trying. I just heated up a meal, and somebody comes in to buy something in my store, and I am like incensed.
right? Like, why are you trying to
What
give
do you
me
want?
business?
What do you
Right?
want?
You want to buy a $3 water?
Oh, you
Fuck,
got
sure.
questions?
Yeah. Like,
Cool.
let me put my chicken
Hold on,
rice
let
down.
me Google that for you.
Yeah.
You know?
So I know, I get it. It's tiresome.
I was just curious what Scott's input was.
What do you think? What do you think of my? Having heard my view, what do you think you would have done it the same way?
Well, it already
shot.
happened. I didn't do it the same way.
No shot. John wouldn't have.
I said if
He
you
never
heard-
would have did that ever. And I don't blame him for not
After
doing it.
hearing my advice, would you, if you had a time machine,
In the future,
If you did not have-
yeah, you know what, you're
if you
right.
didn't have breakfast this morning, how would you feel?
No, I think that maybe like you said, there'll be more opportunities. So perhaps I'll give your
Should always figure out a way to close.
strategy.
I like the cash in thing, man.
Yeah, always figure out a way to close.
Try to close. Try to get a piece. So we did the story of our business therapist is pretty funny, and I'm totally against. Maybe we probably should have done a podcast just on this.
Yeah.
On the fucking business gurus and everybody is like some sort of coach of something.
Yeah.
And there's this specific vocabulary, dialogue, language that goes along with it. They all say the same fucking buzzwords, and it's like the worst people in the world giving like shit advice or like just cookie cutter advice on how to, like, I don't know, make money, be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an entrepreneur of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I've always just the idea of like a business coach to me just sends shivers down my spine.
But you've been enjoying it?
Well, Alan sent me this book 2 months ago called The Go Giver, and I read. I hate books about business.
Uh-huh.
I hate financial books. I read very specific types of books, and it's never like how to grow your business or anything like that. So, but Alan was very passionate about it. So I had put it aside and I didn't touch it. And one day I saw it and I was like, almost like I felt bad that he sent me this book. And I know he sent it to like 6 or 7 other people who didn't probably read it. And I felt kind of bad. And so I just fucking picked it up and I read it in, weren't we supposed to tell him at 30 minutes? Something?
No, he changed his mind.
Changed it.
I read it in a couple hours. It was like pretty thin, maybe a couple hundred pages. And the premise of the book is in business, the idea is not to like ask how to make more profit. It's not to be a cutthroat shark. It's to make yourself valuable to other people and to give back. It's almost like an anonymous
Yeah,
program.
12-step, yeah.
The approach to business, their approach to business, and the book is about connections. It's about this one particular guy, and he, through a guru, uncovers these spider web of connections of valuable, like-minded people that all kind of work off of one another through yes, their businesses are profitable, but because they're good at what they do, but also because they maintain these types of
Connections.
and relationships. It's about giving
Yeah.
instead of the go-getter, the go-giver.
Yep.
Get it? So I liked it. It's not like I wasn't like taken aback by it, but I understood its premise. It's certainly not the way I approach business. It's not like intuitively how you would approach business.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that book, it was given to Alan by somebody who was given by somebody else, I think is the story. And that guy is this like business consultant. He used to own gym, multiple LLCs, multiple business. He's wearing a Daytona Rolex white face. It's like a $45,000
Sick.
watch.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have social media. He's not on. He doesn't have a website. And what he does is he's just like a consultant, but it's almost like business therapy.
Yeah.
Like you sort of just talk to him about where you are at in your business.
Mm-hmm.
He gives
Some advice.
some advice on how to handle certain situations,
Mm-hmm.
worksheets almost, how to like get your staff on board,
Sure.
how to manage your time. And he gives basically suggestions. It's very similar to like NA and AA,
Right.
like for real.
Uh-huh.
And me and Alan have been doing it, and we've had some of the best weeks. And it's like you can't like say causation, correlation, like it's not. But there's something about it that's working.
Cool.
I can't even. It's very strange.
All right, cool.
I'll be honest with you.
The Go Giver.
The Go Giver, yeah, that was kind of like the
I'm
linchpin.
gonna order it right now.
Order it.
On Amazon.
As you're reading it, it makes sense. It's a little hokey. It's a little corny,
I bet.
and
I
you
mean, but
can
I
kind
read
of
that-
see what's happening.
I read a lot of that shit though.
But the approach to it is not about like bottom lines.
Uh-huh.
It's about if you will make yourself as valuable as possible, that you're going to attract your worth.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm. There's kind of a guy that I read, Robert Sharma, who's a big, kind of like business consultant and person that worked with like Kobe Bryant and Bill Gates. Not Bill Gates. I forget the big dude that he worked with, but he, it was all about service and
yeah,
helping others and
that's what
providing.
this is.
You know,
It's about service,
so
and it's an interesting way to approach business because we don't talk about numbers with the guy.
mm-hmm.
We don't. It's just, but there's like things like we want to do better with our online sales, and he has a guy, and he can he puts us in touch with them, and it's like different, almost like master classes, and everything that he has told us to do, or like he doesn't even tell us to do things. He makes us like work it out on our own. But how to like talk through things has been a completely different from doing business with Alan for 7 years, you see things binary. You know,
Right.
it's my way, his way, and then hopefully we meet somewhere in the middle. And neither one of us know what the fuck we're doing.
Right.
You know, so to have a clean set of eyes and somebody who's successful and isn't approaching things from like, how could we make more money this week, has been pretty useful.
Yeah. I'm reading the book, The Wealth Money Can't Buy. And John was like, can you read something that actually wealth that money can buy?
Can we get something that money can buy?
So that's good, though. I think it's great that you guys are doing that. I'll read the book and give you my thoughts.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. We could do like a little book club here.
I like that.
I'm gonna call Justin tomorrow and tell him we need a business therapist.
you might. I mean,
Maybe.
this might be Alan.
I think John needs a therapist.
Justin definitely doesn't.
There's no helping him. There's no helping him. Alan has put me in touch with. Oh God.
Your feelings?
No. Alan has put me in touch with some of the worst people on the planet accidentally, like cross paths with because
Yeah, but this one has been a good one.
This one makes up for all. 'Cause
Good.
I like the guy.
Okay.
Guy seems to be. He's got his shit together. The Go Giver. I said, is that a Daytona Rolex on the Zoom
I'll listen
call?
to you.
I'm listening.
And he's like, oh yeah, and then he starts just picking up watches like
Jesus.
tech
Uh-huh.
on his desk. He just starts picking. He's like, I'm a kind of a watch guy.
The Go-Giver.
He picked up like $140,000 worth of watches. What's that? What's that gay guy?
Oh, shit. What?
He just showed me a picture of a half-naked man.
That's not true.
Wrap it up.
That's it. All right.
All right.
So,
Take us out.
Thanks for watching. We're put some podcasts together.
Donnie,
Are you gonna fucking put some effort into the next one, John?
Yeah,
I think
we're
you
gonna
did
get a
great.
guest.
We're gonna get the guy from Inspire Nutrition, and he's gonna come on and he's gonna ruffle some feathers.
Who's that?
This dude, what's his name? John? Is his name John?
I don't know.
He owns Inspire Nutrition, and he makes some pretty funny content. I got to get him to come on because he says some fucking.
Let's shoot that. Let's get John for next episode. 42.
42 special one. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.